Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to give you guys an update with my transition to the Colorado life from Florida. It's been a little over 4 months and it's been good so far. I think 4 months is a good time to speak on like how it is to live here in Colorado, although there's still a lot left for me to experience, like the hard winter. Right now we're still in late October. I feel like I have seen a lot of new things that I'd like to share with you guys. First, I'd like to talk about the weather so far. It's been good. It hasn't like snowed where I live yet, but it's definitely dropping pretty quickly. If I check my phone right now, it is 46 degrees and it's noon. And I think that's the highest it's gonna go today. And then it goes into like the 20s at night. Now, if I were to have seen that back in Miami, I would have been freaking out because that sounds terrible. It definitely helps that it's very sunny here in Colorado. Like, this is the Sunshine State. I don't know why Florida has that title, because in Florida it's like always raining. Like, let me check the weather right now in Miami. Partly cloudy, but then look at the forecast for Miami. So hopefully you can see that. The forecast is just rain, lightning, thunder, all hell will break loose. So I don't know why Florida is called the Sunshine State, because that's some bullshit. Okay, so temperature gets cold, but the low humidity makes it tolerable. You also get to dress very nicely and comfy. In Florida, like, I would hate always having to walk out with like a tank top on, because it just feels like so minimal effort. But here you dress in layers and you get to like look real cute and put your little mittens on and like the big coat with the fur, which I've already worn a few times when it gets really cold at night and I have to go somewhere. Which is another thing, whenever I want to go somewhere, if it's not like right here, because all I have is like this little mom and pop supermarket and like a gas station. So let's say I want to go to like a Target or a Walmart, I have to go to another city. You have to drive like 15 minutes to the closest city from here with a Walmart. And then if you want to go to like other stores, you have to drive like 40 minutes to Grand Junction, which is the bigger city near me. It's a beautiful drive, but after a while, you just kind of wish you lived more central to like everything. But there's like the upside. There's like zero noise here, like no people screaming. There's no cars. You can hear a pin drop right now. Like, listen. It's just like this all the time. Like, I would not be able to record this back in Miami. There would be like helicopters, ambulances, freaking police cars every freaking minute, like car accidents happening. It can almost like drive you crazy if you don't have like anybody but yourself and maybe your partner, like me right now. Like, it's just my boyfriend and I right now. We just had family visit, but for the most part, it's just us. It makes me feel like I'm like a 90-year-old retired man, just like waiting for the grandchildren to give me a call. It's not as bad as I'm making it seem. Like, I come from a very loud Cuban Miami family, and like every single weekend there's like, there's like some kind of party going on, children everywhere, like a lot of chumeria, like, which is gossip, like people with drama, fighting. Like, I'm so over that, like, you have no idea. So I'm definitely more happy than not with the peace that I have here. People are very nice. That's one of the biggest differences. Like, God forbid you need to ask somebody for help in Miami. Like, they'll look at you like, why the fuck are you talking to me? But here, everybody's very social. People want to know more about you, which may be a good thing or not for many of you. I definitely was annoyed at first, always having to be prepared to like have a conversation with somebody. It was getting a little exhausting. It's not just a hi, it's like a, oh, where are you from? And like, oh, what do you do? Like, people really ask a lot of questions here. And I've gotten used to it. Like, now I catch myself like starting that conversation with strangers. You just feel more free to like speak your mind and like people not be annoyed, but like actually like be happy to be in your company. The altitude was one of the biggest things that I had to adjust to, because we're like at 5,000 something feet, just like Denver. To get to my house from the Denver airport, you have to go up to like 11,000 something feet in the mountains, and then you go back down. And that was hard. Like I could barely breathe at those heights. And then here where I'm situated, like my veins would feel like tight. Just to go to the supermarket right here, there's like these hills, and like those little changes would like hurt my veins. And now I don't feel anything. Now I feel great. Drinking a lot of water was helping. Taking little strolls outside, getting used to like activity in this altitude was helping a lot. So I would say like after 2 months, I got used to the altitude. Now I'm perfectly fine. I read online that it takes 6 months, but in like 2 months, I got perfectly used to it. The humidity is no joke, let me tell you. Like, I was curious and I looked at my phone when I was at the store the other day, and the humidity was like 10 or 15%. What that feels like is like you feel the moisture getting sucked out into the air. And I get like dry just thinking about it. Now I'm in my house, so it feels fine in here. But like your hands get like rock dry, your mouth gets dry. If you're talking a lot in low humidity conditions, your throat will start to hurt a little bit. The only way to combat that is drinking a lot of water. And now in the car, I always have like a bottle of lotion, because without it, like my hands are just like super bad. But I mean, it beats 99% humidity in Miami. I hate that sticky feeling of like, it's hot, you're sweating, and the sweat is like building layers of like nasty shit on you. Like, I can't. So here you feel like nice and dry and clean, but too dry and it gets a little uncomfortable. I have like a list of talking points here so I don't forget anything. One of the things, the benefits are good. In Florida, I didn't have anything. I didn't have health insurance. I wasn't getting food stamps. It could be because of me, because I was lazy or something and didn't really do it right. But I don't think I qualified in Florida. Here, right away, I got Medicaid. I got food stamps. I got like $195 a month. And my boyfriend gets it as well, because we're putting that like we're roommates. So, oh my God. People have already called me out on my accent. Even right now when I'm talking, I'm thinking to myself like, you have an accent. Like everyone has an accent, like compared to somebody else, I get it. But when you live somewhere your entire life and everyone around you is the exact same people, you've never really had to think about it. So now where I live, everyone speaks very clean American like English. And I guess I mumble, or like using the word like is another thing. That's like a Miami thing. It's very noticeable to the people here. Like everyone sounds like they could be like a newscast person or like on the radio. Like they have that type of voice, very Caucasian. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but you get what I mean. What's another thing? Okay, so I'll open up a little bit more personally with being gay here. So when I first moved, I met the neighbors beneath me, and right away, this is the most annoying thing in the world. It's so awkward. I was with my boyfriend and everybody does the same exact thing. They're like, oh, are you two brothers? Oh, I hate that. Because we have like the same beard, and we even have like the same glasses when we wear glasses, like almost the same glasses. And we have short hair, so like, even though we're like 50 pounds or more apart, like we do look related. But why do people have to like assume that first? I hate it. So I kind of panicked because it's a new place. I didn't have the feel for like how open people were here. Unfortunately, I do care like what other people think. So like I wanted to get a feel first before like being open about it. So I kind of panicked, and right away I was like, yeah, we're brothers. Oh, such a bad mistake. I was like, why did I say that? I didn't really think about it. It just came out. So my boyfriend immediately, like when we got home, he was like, why did you say that? Like we live next to these people, like you don't think they're gonna like put two and two together eventually? So awkward. So like, I never corrected myself, like they still think we're brothers, but we don't hold hands or anything in public, like that's not our thing. So whatever. What else? So since I've moved here, I have not been able to work at all. Like, I do some graphic design online, but like that's like super like minimal, the amount of money I make off of that. So it's definitely been a hard struggle. I've been waiting since May for this US Census Bureau job. I'm gonna be a recruiter for like the 2020 count, and that has taken so long. But they told me any day now I'm gonna start. It's gonna be paying like almost 18 an hour plus like mileage. So I know I'll be very well off with that job. But as of right now, since I moved here, I have not been working steadily at all. And you might be asking, how am I surviving with not working? And the answer is my bills are like almost non-existent here, which has definitely been like a huge stress relief. And I imagine it would be for like all of you watching. Like, bills must be like your #1 stress in life. It always is. I moved here primarily because I love Colorado, but secondly because I was approved for Section 8. I was on a waiting list for 3 years, and I got on the waiting list because I knew Colorado was like the place I wanted to be. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll get like Section 8 and Colorado, like 2 in 1. So I did. And I live in an apartment that regularly costs $625 a month, and Section 8 covers $600 of that. So I pay $25 a month for rent, which is crazy. I'm still like in shock about that. I never knew that was like even possible, but I guess that's just like how poor I am right now. Like I'm not poor, but like it's just because I'm not working. Like, yeah, I am poor right now. I don't have to pay for food because I have food stamps. I have health coverage. My phone bill, my family pays for, thankfully. It's been definitely like hard just being at home. Like, I can play Xbox, I can read a book. I've been doing like freaking puzzles. That's how much free time I have. You have so much time, but like, crazy as it sounds, you start missing like the responsibility of like working. It might just be me, but like eventually you start needing that drive. I don't want to retire at like 26 years old. I want to like move up the ladder with some company, eventually make like enough money to have a home that's like not on Section 8, but like an actual home, like a house. You can just live on Section 8, make very little money, and be happy. Maybe that's your thing. I definitely don't want to be here for the rest of my life. I want to move up and like start the struggle of like starting a career somewhere, because I don't want my bachelor's degree to go to waste. That's like my thing. I spent a lot of time and stress completing my bachelor's in psychology. I will put it to use. A big tip that I would give to anybody planning to move to Colorado from like Florida or wherever is move in the summertime. This was the best thing I could have done. I moved with no hazardous conditions of like snow or anything on the road. I drove from Florida to Colorado, as you saw in my moving video, and it was like a piece of cake. Yeah, it was like a lot of driving, but like it was very safe. The conditions were great. So I highly recommend moving in the summer. The cliche of like fall with the colors and the leaves, that is exactly how it is here. Oh my God. It's so beautiful. Like, I could see how like everybody's like used to it, and here I am every time I go somewhere, like I'm taking pictures of like all the trees and stuff. The little things bring you so much happiness in places like this that are so like nature driven. Like trees, who cares? Like, they're just there. But like, that's because I'm always used to them just being like palm trees, coconut trees, like everywhere. But here, like, there's so many different species of trees, so many different colors, and like now the leaves have all fallen, so it's all like the dead branches. But then those branches are gonna get collected with snow, and it's gonna be like a winter wonderland. So like, it's always like a show outside. Like, Mother Nature's putting on a show every single day. So those are all the things that come to mind with my 4 months of living here. The weather, getting used to the low humidity, the altitude. It's beautiful outside every day, always changing, all the colors. The people are nice, very respectful. open for conversation. The driving can get a little rough with like how much you have to drive to get to different cities, but there's no traffic. Check out section 8 in whatever state you want to live in. The best thing is I moved here with section 8, but after a year when my lease is up, I can take that section 8 voucher anywhere I want to go. So like Hawaii, California, back to Miami if I want to, which is never gonna happen. So check that out if you're interested. But keep in mind you have to make like less than 30 grand a year, so it might not be for everybody. I think that's about it. So all in all, great decision moving to Colorado. I've never been happier in my life. Very stress-free, very peaceful, very calm. And if that's what you're looking for, then I highly recommend it so far. Unless you're moving to like Denver, Colorado. I went there recently to pick up my family that came to visit. Basically, I didn't leave Miami. Like, it's the same thing. People on top of people. It's like, it's stressful. If you're looking for a stress-free way of living, definitely move away from Denver. Like, it makes a big difference. Even if you're like half an hour away from Denver, like it starts dying down a lot, the population. Yeah, it all depends what type of lifestyle you want to live. I think I want a little bit too much peaceful, so after this lease is up, I am planning to look elsewhere. Not to the city, but like maybe an hour drive away from like a big city, because right now I live 3.5 hours away from Denver. So definitely I'm looking to move closer to that, primarily for the airport. I have to go see my family in Florida a lot. They have to come see me. Not have to, but we want to. It's definitely a struggle, the commute with the airport and where I live. So keep that in mind as well. If you're like leaving family behind and you want to like stay in touch with them, think about like the commute to the airport and all of that. It's been great for me and my boyfriend, and we're excited to see what the winter has in store for us. That's gonna be a shock because I know there's gonna be snow everywhere, and like we already have the ice scraper ready for the car. That's gonna be another hassle to like get used to. I feel like it stimulates your mind, like get out of your comfort zone. I think it's good to challenge yourself. Move somewhere you've always wanted to move to, and if it doesn't work out, you just move back. And nowadays it's very easy to find like at-home jobs on the computer. That's an outlet that you can take if you want to like explore new places in the country. Just get an online home job with Amazon or like Wayfair or like U-Haul. Like, these are all places that I always see hiring online. Just be free. Don't trap yourself where you're living right now because of family or because of your job. Do what makes you happy and everything will work out. Don't keep making excuses if you want to try something new. Thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna update you guys with how I survived the winter. Definitely excited and scared about that. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and subscribe to my channel. I definitely will be posting more videos soon, maybe with some adventure videos, national parks that I go visit, and yeah, I love you guys. Take care. Mwah. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.